Hey everybody, I'm Kevin from the Recording Corner, and this is Does It Work? Now, what is the difference between the Recording Corner and this? Well, very easily, the Recording Corner YouTube page is for people who want tutorial videos on how-tos, how to do this, how to do that, how to mix a song properly, and so on and so forth, using effects and all the different things in music production. Does It Work is literally the big hype in the music scene is if you buy this, it's revolutionary. If you use this, you'll sound like these guys and these big producers. If you do this, this will happen. And so everybody uses this, oh man, it's just, industry changing and revolutionary. Well, we're going to really see if these live up to the hype. So today, a lot of what you're going to see is the first time I'm using it. So I will let you know when that happens. That is one of these plugins. Once again, this is my second video. This is the second time where I'm using a plugin that I've never used before, but it's good that way because in 37 years of doing this, I want to know if somebody that's been in the industry this long can just kind of grab this and run with this plugin. Now, what plugin are we going to do today? That's a good question. We are going to do Vocal Compressor by Antares. Now, when this thing came out, all the hype, all the, this is revolutionary. It's going to revolutionize the way. And I can't think of a compressor plugin at this point in time that would be that revolutionary when there's, 5 bazillion other compressor plugins out there that we all use and some of them that we all love. Well, maybe not. But let's take a look at this. So once again, you're getting this firsthand from me. This is the first time I don't do research ahead of time. I actually only research the hype, and then I don't do anything other than that. And so I'm pulling this plugin up. When you see me do it, is the first time. Let's go to the plugin. All right, so I have it pulled up here in my session. It comes in default mode. And it looks like this. Now, what we're going to be doing with this plugin is we're going to be, let me close this out. We're going to be using it. I got a little excerpt of a song. It's called Sugar Faith by Porcupine. Yeah, kind of a crazy name for a band. And so we're going to take a quick look at this and see what this kind of sounds like without the, the vocal tracks here. I pulled it out. This is actually the session files. This is the vocal. This is the mix. Let's hear it.
I used to dance in my dreams. My eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return? Another face people made when they were full of thought but lost their faith. Pretty face with concern.
Okay, so that's kind of, rock, punk kind of thing going on there. I'm going to mute that out now, and I'm going to bring up, this is the actual vocal.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no...
Okay, now, let's pull the plugin up again. Now, this is Auto-Tune Vocal Compressor. When you start, okay, up here, there's your presets from the factory. And then we have these guys, Electropoint, J-Ray. Yeah. So everybody has artist presets nowadays. So we have both the factory and the artist presets, both sitting up here. I'm going to leave it on default. This is a pretty standard, right off the bat. The interface is very, very simple, which is really nice. I know this is your threshold. I know this is my gain out. This is, your makeup gain and every other thing. Now, at first when I'm looking at this, I'm like, why do I have all these meters? Is this like a mastering plugin? And then I'm like, oh, wait, there are 2 compressors. So what's going on here, as you can tell, and you do this a lot. Okay, so first of all, I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with the duality of these compressors. The reason why is because in a lot of productions that you do, especially modern production, And I do a lot of rock mixing for a lot of rock bands and more of the harder rock bands and different things. You normally do have a double staged compressor setup going on, like the warm button too. That's kind of cool. And so you hit it with one and then hit it with the second one. And so it's a multi-stage compression. So it looks like that's what they're doing here. It's like a duality kind of compressor. It looks like you can also just do one, or you can do dual. So that's nice too. You can choose between the two up here. I'm going to be hitting all kinds of buttons because these are cool. Now, if you want to know what each of these, oh, that's cool. These fly up buttons here with little explanations. Oh, I love when they do that, by the way. I really do, because I think education is really important, and this is a way of educating on what you're getting. So I will, if you want to know more of what these particular compressors really do, head over to the Recording Corner, where I actually I'm going to be uploading content with the various types of compressors, what they do, how they react, what to use them on, and so on and so forth. But that's not this video. This is literally, does it work? All right. So FET, when you put this up, it says, based on the most popular FET compressor, this fast attacking compressor is known for being snappy, transient signals. If I had to say most popular FET, I would almost dare to guess this may be 1176 or something along those lines. But FET compressors are normally used for transient, and they're also used for parallel compression. So in other words, this is the type of compressor that sounds really good on like drum parallels and different things, the New York City drum compression trick and all that. That's the FET. Opto is basically an LED light that hits a resistor, and that will give you your opto compressor. And sometimes it's like tube, I think is what it says on here. I saw a tube something, maybe, yeah, right there. Emulates a classic tube compressor, known for its slow and warm sound. Maybe a Fairchild, who knows? This one says emulates a widely used opto compressor. So first of all, I like how they're doing these really vague descriptions, but they're saying like widely used, most popular, things like that. Kind of gives you an idea as a producer what these are all about. Now, this last one, known as the transparent problem solver. This compression style adds no color or warmth. Features more utility options, making it best for problem solving. So if you have a problem vocal, a problem this, a problem that, maybe that's the way you go. You go with a modern compressor. Now, when I think of transparent, I think of more like the Presonus ACP88s. Use those a lot in live when it was way back when it was more analog driven front of house kind of stuff. Those were very transparent, very utility, and they weren't really problem solvers, but they sounded good. They had gates built in, a lot of great stuff, but they were very transparent. So that's kind of like the modern compressor. Same thing over here. So two of the exact same, only you can, obviously they have a modern and an opto here. So they're putting two different kinds of sounds within this compression scheme. So far, so good. I really like what I'm seeing here. This is really interesting, this assist, because this, anytime there's like a learn button or after listening to 5 seconds, okay, so this is kind of using almost like an AI look thing. This compressor will ignore high frequencies, auto-tune pitch. What is this? Oh, this is side chaining. Internal side chaining, external side chaining. So you could probably set this up to hear an external side chaining, commenting, yeah, space rhythm and energy. So you could probably choose a signal coming in, like a kick drum internally. It's just actually going to side chain it the way you want to. You can't turn this off, so I'm wondering if that's always on or if it's only on when you click. Oh, it's probably only on when you click these filters. Got it. Oh, yeah. See, default changes means that we've changed the original default. All right. Definitely like this warm button. I'm really liking that, how much warmth you can dial in. So if that's a tube compressor, this is your tube that you're dialing in, and obviously wet dry mix. This is your makeup gain here. And this is some makeup gain here, so almost 3 stages. Very nice input over here. Very simple layout, very cool layout going on with this particular compressor. So far, this looks pretty promising. So let's take his vocal. And what I'm going to do is, instead of dialing in my own settings, because if you already know, threshold is when, the signal goes above a certain thing, the compressor will kick in, and so on and so forth. So that's how compressors work. There's a threshold down here. Here's your ratio buttons. Every compressor is on a ratio. Like I said, I'm not getting into what these really do or how to use them. This is just a first look. Does it work? So let's take his vocal track. Here's his vocal track. Let's play it. And what I'm going to do, I am going to use the AI, and I'm going to see what this comes up with and see if this sounds better or what this sounds like after it does that. So let's let it learn our vocal guy. Now, first of all, I would say alto. Yeah, it's not really low male. It's not really bass instrument. It's not an instrument. It's interesting to me. This is a vocal compressor, but they have instruments and bass instruments in here. So, okay, maybe you should just set auto-tune compressor. All right, let's go here. Let's bring this up again. And let's let this learn.
Return.
Oh, compression. Oh, well, let's do controlled, and let's do style. Let's do clean. Because I want this to be a clean rock vocal. I could do gritty, but let's just do clean. Let's do it again.
Return. Another face.
Wow, that was fast. That was really fast. So it gave us a modern here with a -14. This is kind of nice, a 2:5 ratio. Knee at 12 decibels. A knee is actually how hard or soft it hits. Looks like there's no warmth, and 251 on an Opto B. All right, let's apply it. Now let's hear what it sounds like.
Return. Another face.
I mean, first thing I'm gonna have to raise this back up.
Lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concerns.
Okay.
Return. Another face people make when they were full of hope but lost their
I
faith.
can definitely hear that opto sound.
Pretty face filled with concerns.
Did you guys just hear that? When I hit the warmth, it actually really made it sound good.
Return. Another face.
Wow. Yeah, that character sounds really great.
When they were full of hope but lost their faith.
It did a pretty good job
with concerns.
of setting up not over compression, exactly what we asked it to do. So that was pretty impressive, I think, on a lot of levels. That was really good. Yeah, so I think, I like this too. Look at that. We can make this thing humongous. What's up here? Enable, okay. Pitch, left, appearance, dark. Oh, what's light? Oh, there's the classic Antares burn your retina out. Okay, system. Okay. System looks the same as dark. Did everybody think that? Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Can turn it off here, can turn it back on here. Guys, I'm just kind of, that's your most recent undo. Definitely like this. I'm just going through all this. So let's bring down one of the presets. Let's use an artist preset. Drum, bass, kick, hi-hat, thick lead. I don't know if they're talking about the lead vocal or just a lead. Vocal, compression, clean, vintage, parallel, completely even. All right, here we go. This may be something that's really squashed. Yeah, it's squashing it.
Another face people make when they were full of hope but lost their faith. A pretty face filled with concerns.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So I'm noticing something very interesting on this FET here. This is definitely a 76. Why I know that is you have to look no further than this little ratio area over here, 4, 8, 12, and 20. I'm almost wondering if they also have the all buttons in. I'm not sure if no. Maybe there's a way to do that, but this is, yeah, I definitely know what they're using on this. So what they're doing here is doing a transparent compressor on this preset, vocal compression, and they're moving it through, secondly, into the FET 76 model, and then boom, out over here with your wet dry mix as well and stuff. Okay, I have enough on this thing. I gotta say, at first, when I see auto-tuned vocal compressor, one of the first things, and I'm gonna switch view here real quick. When I see a vocal compressor and an auto-tune, I almost thought maybe it was a compressor that had like auto-tune built into the compression logarithm. And so it will tune it while it's compressing it. So it's kind of an all-in-one, stop shop kind of thing, with one thing. It isn't. What it is it's just kind of using the name auto-tune because everybody recognizes it. And it's kind of using it down at the auto-tune pitch filter down below with the side chain. So that's about the only thing that I can see the tie into auto-tune with. It's not a bad thing. It's just the way that they worded it and so on and so forth. What I love about this particular compressor is that, and let's go back to it really quick, is that the interface is extremely simple to use. If you know compression, this is just a familiar friend, the things that are sitting on here. If you don't know compression, then this could probably get a little confusing. Once again, go to the recording corner, watch our videos on compression. And so it has this cool interface. It's very simple, easy to understand, and it bases their compressors off of different models, which I really like as well. I love the duality where you have two of them together, because I can see using that a lot within the music production world as well. If you're a preset user, that's fine. Those are good jumping off points sometimes, especially when you're trying to learn something. I would probably dial this in on my own. I might hit the learn button just to see if it does something different that I would do. Maybe, maybe not. Never be too bashful or whatever to experiment with your plugins. That's the big thing, because you may be pleasantly surprised what you find out when you're actually working with them. And so I gotta say, out of this, does it have all the hype? Is it revolutionary? No, it's not revolutionary. It's not a revolutionary plugin. It's a good plugin. It does a lot of things well. But there's a lot of ways to get to do the same thing that that's doing. You can actually, like in Pro Tools or any DAW, set up like your own vocal, chain. Maybe this is like better because it only uses it in one plugin format. That's fine as well. I would be willing to use this in the future for my own personal stuff, but I don't think it's revolutionary by any stretch. It's emulating what a lot of things do already. It's actually emulating a lot of the universal audio kind of things. It's emulating probably some Fairchild kind of stuff. It's emulating, the transparent one. That's definitely not a DBX one, because those are very they color them a certain way, but transparent, compression and different things. So I like the models that it's based off of. But the models are also very limited to certain things. So it's like they're only modeled, it looks like, off of maybe 4 different things, or maybe a combination of that as well. Who knows? But does it work? It works as a compressor. Is it revolutionary? No. So for this one, I'm going to give this 4 wrenches for working pretty decently, but that it's not getting the 5th, because the 5th wrench would be if it was a revolutionary product, and it's not. It's a pretty basic product that's based off compression. So not revolutionary, not ground shaking, but it's something that I can see being very useful for musicians. And that's where I'm at with that. And that is, does it work? Yes. And hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, do all the stuff. Share this with your friends. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Once again, go to the Recording Corner. You will get a education that is worth its weight in gold. I graduated from Berklee College of Music a while ago and been doing this 37 years and bringing all that experience to help all of you become better producers, better mixers, and everything that you do. We are brothers in arms. I'll see you guys on the next video.